If you haven't come across some terrifying ads on different online platforms, you're in luck. Though the internet helps us out a lot, it can also be a scary place where you get to interact with so many creeps that can leave you with numerous questions. Some of the things that I've seen on platforms such as Craigslist have given me sleepless nights. One day, as I was looking for interesting ads on this online platform, I came across a very disturbing one. It read, quote, "I am a 34-year-old man from Europe looking for someone who is willing to commit suicide as I watch. I would appreciate it if the person did it in my house so that I can enjoy watching and eating human flesh once they are dead." The guy was dumb enough to give his number on the ad. This was the creepiest Craigslist ad I'd ever come across. I wondered whether the person was joking or actually serious. Curious, I did a little digging on the man and found out that he was a cannibal who was suffering from a severe psychiatric disorder. The last I heard was that the man was arrested for posting such a creepy thing online. I have 2 adorable children. I'm a busy mom with a thriving career. I'd been out of work for more than a year and I was ready to go back. Since I didn't have a nanny, I decided to look for one through Craigslist. During my search, I came across a really creepy ad that I couldn't get off my mind. It read, "I will punish your kids on your behalf for a price." This was not the most disturbing part. The person who had posted the ad went on to say that she was ready to discipline kids on behalf of parents according to the kids' age. She then listed how much she would charge to punish kids based on their ages. For instance, punishing a 12-year-old child would cost $12, while disciplining a 14-year-old would cost $14. In the ad, she urged those interested to email her on the different methods of punishment they would like administered for their kids. This ad freaked me out since I could not imagine having my children in the care of such a freak. I decided to call my sister over instead of using such an online platform. I had moved into a small house and I was looking to fill it with some beautiful furniture pieces. Since I didn't have a lot of cash left, I decided to go online to see if I could get something at an affordable price. During my search, I came across a Craigslist ad that was marketing a beautiful-looking chair. The person that was advertising the chair was called Nelson. Though the chair was quite fancy-looking, the ad looked a bit suspicious. I couldn't overlook the numerous grammatical errors in the description. Apart from this, the person selling the chair explained that he was not storing the chair in his apartment anymore, but had to move it to a friend's house. I found this to be a red flag, but decided to continue reading the ad. I even texted Nelson, and he gave me directions as to where I could meet him. Since I was kind of desperate to get a good-looking chair and liked its affordable price, I decided to go and meet him in the evening after my shift. The specific area where the chair was supposedly stored was a bit creepy since it was kind of isolated. I got out of my car and started approaching the store. Something told me to stop, and as soon as I did, I saw some men hiding in a nearby bush. I ran back to my vehicle and drove off without thinking twice. My loving daughter was about to graduate from college, and I couldn't be more proud of her. Being a single mother, I had raised her with a lot of challenges, but she paid it back by giving her best in her studies. I was looking for an ideal gift to give her on graduation day, and I started doing some research online. During my search, I came across many ads, but one of them on Craigslist caught my attention. Someone was advertising a car, and I thought this would be a great present for my daughter. One of the appealing things that made me consider the ad was the cheap cost of the Honda Accord. According to the ad, it only cost $2,900. Apart from the price, the ad also included details such as the location of the car. Since it was in a shipping yard in New Jersey, the seller explained that any potential buyer had to deal with eBay Motors. Though this seemed legit, The seller was asking for $1,000 as insurance money, and that's what sounded creepy. He also explained that the car was in high demand and could go at any time. Though I wanted to pay for the car, the insurance money and the use of such language is what made me think twice about the deal. Before getting in touch with the seller, I decided to contact eBay Motors regarding this car, and they confirmed that it was a scam. I came from a poor background and did not finish high school due to lack of school fees. When I grew up, all I wanted to do was help the family that struggled to raise me. I always believed that I could change my destiny and therefore did all kinds of small jobs. Craigslist was one of the platforms that I frequently used to get these jobs. Since I was struggling to make ends meet, I wasn't very choosy on the kinds of jobs I got online as long as they were legal. One day, I came across an eye-catching ad regarding a person who was looking for a babysitter through the platform. The guy described himself as a middle-aged widower with 2 kids. He explained that he'd just lost his wife and was looking for someone to babysit his kids so that he could go back to work. Before I answered the ad, I came across the last sentence, which made me curious. It read, "If you are open to delivering other services, I wouldn't mind." Since I was desperate for the job, I decided to call the number on the ad for further clarification. When I reached out, I realized how twisted some people on this platform really were. He was looking for someone that could also fulfill his sexual needs. What a freak. Searching for a cool place to live in New Jersey is quite challenging for most college students. The high cost of living in the region forces a lot of people to look for cheaper places through Craigslist. I can relate to most college students since I've had my share of challenges with this. During my first year in the second semester, I started looking for an affordable place to stay outside of the school. When I started my search for a house on Craigslist, I came across numerous ads. One of them stood out since the cost was half of what I was paying during the first semester. The ad read, quote, "I am looking for young females that need a simple and affordable room near the college. My rules are simple since I'm a free spirit. Though it seemed fun at first, it was a bit creepy considering all of the rules the homeowner set for college students." I decided to answer the ad, and when I visited the house, I could not believe it. The so-called room was located upstairs. It was a completely open space, and I found other girls already staying there. It only had beds and a few dressers. The man explained that he didn't care if the girls ran in the room naked. His only rule was that he didn't want any other men around the house apart from himself. Was this a brothel? I kept on asking myself.